Good morning, children. Today we are starting the fourth lesson of class 12, reproductive health. We all studied about reproduction yesterday in detail. Now, the fourth chapter, reproductive health, indicates the reproductively healthier measures to be taken by the individuals, family, and community as well. So in India, family planning started. Family planning. In India, family planning started in 1951. Right? It is stressed upon three important factors. The first of all, RCH, reproductive and child health. This is one of the aspects that the family planning program was stressed upon. RCH, reproductive and child health. Then sexually transmitted diseases, STDs. Sexually transmitted diseases and how to control population explosion. These are the three important objectives or that aims that was in the mind of the people, mind of the scientists and the legislature, who stressed upon and gave importance to population explosion. Now, RCH, everybody knows there are a lot of objectives of it. Mothers and child health care. It is not only reproductive child health care, but reproductive and child health care. It indicates the health of mother and the child as well. So now we are coming to this. When they introduced, there were a lot of objectives. Now some of the measures are being met, and now we are giving importance to certain aspects. That was amniocentesis. Amniocentesis. So everybody knows amniocentesis is the process whereby the prenatal sex determination of the child by analyzing the chromosome pattern in the amniotic fluid. So the sex determination of the prenatal baby by analyzing the chromosome pattern in the amniotic fluid of the baby is called amniocentesis. It is one of the best method for identifying the genetical disorders of the prenatal fetus. But it was being misused widely, and it is misused for female feticide, FOETICIDE, female feticide. It means that killing of the female fetus. So this creates a large variation in the sex ratio of male and female. So it also has a lot of other impact on the society. So the amniocentesis is banned in our country. So why amniocentesis is banned in our country? Because of the female feticide, massive female feticide. After knowing the sex of the baby, the people when finding that the fetus is female, it will execute the feticide. People abort the female fetus even before the birth of the baby. This is why the amniocentesis is banned in our country. Now we are coming to certain other aspects of the STDs we will be discussing later. Population explosion. What is the meaning of population explosion? Population explosion is the sudden and unpredictable increase in the population density, population size of a country. So what is population explosion? Unexpected and sudden, unpredictable increase in the number of population. Unpredictable, unexpected, sudden increase in the population size of a country is called a population explosion. There are many reasons for the population explosion. The first reason being increased health facilities. Increased health facilities. Medical facilities. Health or medical facilities we can say. Increased medical or health facilities. That is one of the reasons. The second reason being after increased health facilities, better living conditions. Better living conditions. Better living condition is the second reason. Third reason of population explosion is that reduced maternal and child death rate. Maternal child death rate. Child death rate. Decreased or reduced death rate. Then fourth one we can say decreased mortality rate. Decreased mortality rate of the fetus. Decreased mortality rate. Mortality rate of the fetus. Mortality rate. Decreased mortality rate. Okay. These are some of the reasons for the population explosion. Increased health or medical facilities, better living conditions, reduced maternal or maternal death rate, decreased mortality rate of the people, other people, including the male and female, whatever it is. Okay. Then these are the major reasons we can analyze for the population explosion. Then how can we control the population explosion? There are many ways to control it. Population is controlled by first creating awareness. Creating awareness, particularly among the marriageable age group, particularly among the marriageable age group, creating awareness about the impacts of population explosion, about the drawbacks and consequences of population explosion. That is one of the reasons, one of the solution. Now, second solution for population explosion, we can say increasing the marriageable age group. Increasing the age of marriage. Increasing the age of marriage. Okay, of child. Because of that, and based on this, there were some activities, some actions had been taken. For example, for the males, the marriageable age group is increased to 18 years, 21 years, and for the females, it was increased to 18 years by law. Okay. Now, third one, we can create awareness in such a way that the incentives can be given. Incentives. Incentives given to hum do hamara do. Hum do hamara do means having maximum 2 children. Incentives to given to the family or the parents having maximum 2 children. Okay? For example, if only one child is there, if that child is a female, then a lot of incentives are given for her studies and future life by the government and other institutions. Now, the fourth important solution for this, adopting various contraceptive methods. Contraceptive methods. Adopting various contraceptive methods. These are the possible solutions for the population explosion, creating awareness among the marriageable age group, increasing the age of marriage, then incentives given to the parents with a single child, okay, particularly female child, and adoption of various contraceptive methods. These are the solutions for the family planning, and also the population explosion. We can find 4 solutions and 4 reasons for population explosion and 4 reasons or 4 solutions for that population explosion. Right. Now we are coming to the next part of the chapter. What are the factors or what are the points for ideal contraceptive? Ideal contraceptives. What are the important objectives of ideal contraceptive? An ideal contraceptive should be users friendly. Users friendly. Should be easily available. Easily available. Then, third one, should not cause no or least side effect. Should have no or least side effects. No or least side effects. Now, fourth one we can say, it should not cause, it should not impair means affect, intrude the sexual drive of the individual. And even fourth one, okay, so the 4 major ideal points about an ideal contraceptive. An ideal contraceptive should have these features. It should be users friendly, easily available, no or least side effects, and it should not impair the sexual drive of a person. So these are the important objectives or important features for an ideal contraceptive. Okay, right. Now, what are the various types of contraceptive methods? Contraceptive methods are methods which are adopted by a person to prevent the fertilization or to prolong the process of fertilization in order to postpone the child consumption. Consumption can be postponed by using this contraceptive. Or a person can also be protected from the sexually transmitted diseases. Okay. Now, before studying this, details of contraceptive, let us discuss about sexually transmitted diseases. Sexually transmitted diseases. Sexually transmitted diseases. What are the sexually transmitted diseases? Diseases that can be spread. Diseases that can be spread through unprotected sexual intercourse. So sexually transmitted diseases or STDs are diseases that will be that will be contaminated or that will be transmitted through the unprotected sexual intercourse. So now what are the various types? There are many categories: bacterial, then algal disease also there, algal STDs are there, fungal STDs, then viral STDs. There are many groups. So bacterial STDs, we can say syphilis and gonorrhea. SYPHILIS, syphilis, gonorrhea, GONORRHEA, gonorrhea. Then algal, we can say algimoniasis. Then fungal, many are there, trichomoniasis. Viral diseases are many: genital wart, genital herpes, HRPS. First, genital warts, then we can say HIV, human immunovirus, then hepatitis B. All these are viral diseases. So syphilis, gonorrhea, algimoniasis, trichomoniasis, then genital herpes and genital warts, HIV, hepatitis B. Out of these, genital herpes, HIV and hepatitis B have no cure. Other diseases can be cured. So what we have to do? We have to consult the doctor on time, and if infected, then we have to take the full course of medication. We have to undergo the full course of medication. So this is very important. So STDs are sexually transmitted diseases. Okay. Now we are coming to the next part of that.